Stadio delle Alpi?
Milan. That's Lombardy, isn't it? Now, you can see the Alps from Lombardy, but I don't think it's the Stadio delle Alpi. I think it's the Stadio San Siro.
AC Milan play their home matches at the San Siro. It is the right answer, Chris. Yes. OK. Well, you've got to get this then, Yvonne. Which creatures did Jeff Capes, the two-time winner of the World's Strongest Man competition, start breeding when he retired from competition? Stick insects, budgerigars or gerbils?
I think I'm hoping my first instinct's right, and go for the gentle giant approach and hope it's budgerigars.
OK. Yeah. Quite a list there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is budgies. It's the right answer. Yes, Jeff Capes started breeding budgies. But Chris has a chance to win it with you just getting that squash question wrong. Chris, FINA is the international organisation governing which sport? Swimming, gymnastics or boxing? FINA.
Fédération Internationale de Natation. It's swimming.
How on earth do you know that?
Well, think what NA could stand for. It's obviously French Fédération Internationale, and which of those, swimming, gymnastics or boxing, starts with NA in French?
There we are, and it's the right answer. Yes, it is swimming, FINA. So, there you go, Chris, you're through to the final round. Well done. And Yvonne, unfortunately, we won't be seeing you there. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, the Eggheads have edged into the lead there. They've knocked two of you out of the final round, not quite all there. One of them will be missing, and we play our last head-to-head before the final round. It's history. Who'd like to play this? Fiona or Vera? History.
It'll have to be me. It'll have to be you. It'll have to be me.
OK, Vera. And who do you like to play from the Eggheads, CJ or Kevin?
Oh, stop kidding. It's going to be me. You know,
you never know.
What shall I say? It's CJ.
Oh, it is then. OK, he's psychic. He doesn't know the answer. He just knows it's going to be him. Let's have Vera and CJ into the question room then. So, Vera, what's the game plan to try and beat CJ? Do you want to go first or second?
I think I'll follow the team strategy and go first.
OK, Vera, here's your question then. By what name was the Soviet leader born Yosef Vissarionovich Zhugashvili better known? Stalin, Trotsky or Lenin?
Don't really know, but Joseph... I'll go for Stalin.
That's the way to go, yep. Kept that bit of it. Man of Steel, I think Stalin translates as, doesn't it? CJ, how was the 17th century figure Nell Gwyn famously described by Samuel Pepys? Purty flirty Nell, hearty tarty Nell or pretty witty Nell?
Oh, I've never actually heard this. I haven't heard it, but I'm going to go for pretty witty Nell. But I'm hoping that's just ringing a vague bell somewhere, but I can't recall it immediately.
Pretty witty Nell is the right answer, CJ, yes. Nell Gwyn described by Samuel Pepys. OK, back to you, Vera, for your second question. What was the name of the English coin in circulation between 1351 and 1662 that was worth 4 pence? A groat, a florin or a crown?
Again, I'm not really sure about this. I think I'll go for a groat.
Groat. 4 pence. Yep, it's the right answer. Well done, Vera. CJ, which Nazi leader became Reich Commissioner for Aviation and head of the reconstituted Luftwaffe in the 1930s? Heinrich Himmler, Hermann Goering or Joseph Goebbels?
That was Hermann Goering.
Goering is the right answer, CJ. Both of you got 2. OK, well, if you get this, Vera, you might be through to the final round. What is the present-day name of the place in Massachusetts where the Pilgrim Fathers first made landfall in November 1620? Is it Provincetown, Bunker Hill or Martha's Vineyard?
Again, I'm not... Provincetown. Just trying to think. A bit of geography as well. I think I'll go for Martha's Vineyard. OK, Martha's Vineyard. Is that where the Pilgrim Fathers made first landfall in November 1620? It's not, it's Provincetown. Provincetown, Vera, not Martha's Vineyard. So, a chance for CJ.
CJ, which female British traveller was instrumental not only in drawing the borders of Iraq in the early 1920s, but also in choosing its first king? Rebecca West, Freya Stark, or Gertrude Bell?
Well, this is one of those questions that I don't know, but maybe my ignorance will come to the rescue here, because there's only one name there I recognise.
I see. Which is?
Freya Stark, so that's the one I'll go for.
No, your ignorance hasn't helped you there. It's incorrect. It is Egghead's.
Gertrude Bell.
Gertrude Bell. Gertrude Bell. So a let-off for you, Vera. We go to sudden death. OK, Vera, it gets that bit harder now because I can't offer you any choices. Probably harder for CJ, actually, because he's the one that does all the guessing. Vera, which notorious brothers were briefly imprisoned in the Tower of London in 1952 for failing to report for national service?
Was it the Cray twins?
Yes, it was. Ronnie and Reggie. Imprisoned in the Tower. Well, there we are. OK, CJ, you've got to get this then. The first Stuart king of Great Britain was known as James I in England, but by what number in Scotland?
James VI.
It's correct, yes, James VI of Scotland and first of England. So back to you then, Vera. Vera, which of Henry VIII's wives was executed in 1542 after she was accused of having committed adultery with the courtier Thomas Culpeper?
Just going through them, thinking about...
The list.
Yes, what befell them. I know Anne Boleyn was accused of having adultery, but I think it was Catherine Howard.
Is that your answer, Vera?
Yes, sorry, yes, Catherine Howard.
Catherine Howard. OK, I've taken that. Not Anne Boleyn. You're right, it's Catherine Howard.
Yes.
Executed in 1542. OK, CJ. According to tradition, which city on the north coast of Africa was founded by the Phoenicians in 814 BC?
Well, you'd be Stunterland, I don't know. Let's go for the biggest city in Africa, Cairo.
Not even close, CJ. It's incorrect. Eggheads? Carthage. Carthage, which means, Vera, you're through to the final round. What a performance. Fantastic effort in there, Vera. Just the one wrong early on, and then, my goodness me, sudden death. Put it to CJ there and knocked him out. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Yvonne and Mary from Not Quite All There and Judith and CJ from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio now, please? So Fiona, Wendy and Vera, you're playing to win Not Quite All There, £5,000. Kevin, Daphne and Chris, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge. You are allowed to confer. Not quite all there. The question is, are your 3 brains better than the Eggheads' 3? And not quite all there. Would you like to go first or second?
Shall we continue?
Keep going with the way we're going.
It's working so
It's
far.
working well so far. We'll go first, Dermot, please.
OK, off we go then. General knowledge. Anything can happen. Insofar as he has an historical basis, Robin Hood is traditionally believed to have flourished about the time of which King of England? Henry V, Edward VI, or King John? Insofar as he has an historical basis, Robin Hood is traditionally believed to have flourished about the time of which King of England?
Did it not start when John went crusading?
It was when Richard went crusading with his brother John in charge. That was it, yes.
So we're going with John?
Yes.
Yep.
We'll go with John, please, Dermot.
OK, King John, it's the right answer. Good start. So, Eggheads, for what does the letter O stand in the abbreviation OBE? Official, officer, or operative? For what does the letter O stand in the abbreviation OBE?
Officer of the Order of British. It's officer, Dermot.
O in OBE stands for officer. Yes, it's correct, Eggheads. Back to you, not quite all there. Second question. In terms of value, what, after oil, is the largest internationally traded commodity in the world? Choices: coffee, milk, or sugar? In terms of value, what, after oil, is the largest internationally traded commodity in the world?
It's not milk.
I don't think milk's traded commercially.
No.
I think it
So
might be
I think
sugar
it's
and
between
coffee. I think
sugar
it might
and
be
coffee.
I think that's
Do you-
not a bad guess.
I think it might. I don't know why. Something in the back of my mind saying coffee.
I mean, which is more widely grown, I mean, you know.
Coffee's more valuable than sugar,
Uh-huh.
so therefore you would expect the coffee market to be
yeah.
more, more value to it than the sugar
Yeah.
market. Go with that?
We'll go for that.
Shall we go on coffee?
We'll go for that.
We'll go with coffee, please, damn it.
Okay, heard you working that out. In terms of value was the question. What, after oil, is the largest internationally traded commodity in the world? It is coffee.
Well done.
Well done. Correct. 2 to you then. Okay, Eggheads. Which Scottish city used to be known for its 3 J's? Jute, Jam and Journalism, Dundee, Aberdeen or Perth? Which Scottish city used to be known for its 3 J's? Jute, Jam and Journalism.
Yeah. And we had a team from Dundee against us not too recently, well, not too long ago. Yeah, it's Dundee.
Jute, Jam and Journalism. Dundee is correct, Eggheads. Okay, not quite all there. If you get this right, it might be worth £5,000. Which successful playwright became MP for Stafford in 1780, held ministerial office on several occasions, and spent more than 30 years in the House of Commons? Oliver Goldsmith, David Garrick or Richard Brinsley Sheridan? Which successful playwright became MP for Stafford in 1780, held ministerial office on several occasions, and spent more than 30 years in the House of Commons?
I have absolutely no idea.
Goldsmith.
I'm trying to... That's what my first thought was. I'm trying to think.
I don't know. But in the back
The
of
only,
my
the only one I recognise is Oliver Goldsmith.
That's the one I recognise.
Yeah, I've heard
But
of
that's
them all,
not
but
necessarily.
Sheridan.
Initially we all thought Oliver Goldsmith. Do you want to carry on what we usually do and go with first?
Yes,
First
go
instinct.
because I'm not really. I haven't got anything yet.
Happy
We'll
with
go for what we first thought.
We're not certain, but first instincts were Oliver Goldsmith, so we'll go with that.
Okay, MP for Stafford in 1780 and then spent more than 30 years in the House of Commons. It's Sheridan.
There you go.
It's not Goldsmith, it's Sheridan, so slip up there and potentially at a crucial stage. But if the Eggheads get this wrong, we move to sudden death. But Eggheads, to win it, which boy's name literally means lover of horses? Nigel, Philip or Bernard? Which boy's name literally means lover of horses?
Sir Philip, don't it?
Lover of horses. The boy's name that literally means that is Philip. It's correct, Eggheads. You've won. Okay, well, there we go. The Eggheads have just done it. Some real battles in those head-to-heads. Some great battles, actually, especially by you, Wendy, and you, Vera, there. Absolutely excellent performances there, but it wasn't to be in the final round, so the Eggheads continue that winning streak. But thanks very much for playing Eggheads today. Just to confirm, the Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. They still reign supreme over Quizland. I'm afraid you won't be going home with the £5,000, which means the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, congratulations. Who will beat you? Join us next time to see if the new challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. £6,000 says they don't. Until then, goodbye. Chris, FINA is the international organisation governing which sport? Swimming, gymnastics or boxing? FINA.
Fédération Internationale de Natation. It's swimming.
How on earth do you know that?
Well, think what Anna...
I think I'm hoping my first instinct's right, and go for the gentle giant approach and hope it's budgerigars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite a list there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is budgies. It's the right answer. Yes, Jeff Cave started breeding budgies. But Chris has a chance to win it with you just getting that squash question wrong. Rio delle Alpi.
Milan. That's Lombardy, isn't it? Now, you can see the Alps from Lombardy, but I don't think it's the Stadio delle Alpi. I think it's the Stadio San Siro.
AC Milan play their home matches at the San Siro.
They could stand for. It's obviously French Fédération Internationale, and which of those, swimming, gymnastics or boxing, starts with NA in French?
There we are, and it's the right answer. Yes, it is swimming. Fina. So, there you go, Chris. You're through to the final round. Well done. And Iviro, it is the right answer, Chris. Yes. OK. Well, you've got to get this then, Yvonne. Which creatures did Jeff Capes, the two-time winner of the World's Strongest Man competition, start breeding when he retired from competition? Stick insects, budgerigars or gerbils?